what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery with JustMyOpinion.net.
And I'm Malcolm Toussaint, the Midnight Rambler.
And we're here with you today for our spoiler-filled review / opinion on the Lego movie. Now, we just got back from the theater. I don't know how Malcolm feels about it. He doesn't know how I feel about it, but we're going to let you know how we feel about it. And if you did hear me correctly, yes, I did say spoilers. So, if you have not seen the Lego movie yet and you do not want to be spoiled, I strongly suggest you turn the video off now, put it in that watch later list, come back later after you've seen the movie in case you just don't care about being spoilers, because we're going to talk up, down, left, right, in and out. Spoilers is like as if you have seen the movie, so you have been warned. Now, general impressions of going into the Lego movie. If you don't mind, I want to go first with mine.
You got it.
And I'll just say that everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. All right, enough of that. But just by that, you can tell I thought the movie was awesome. There was pretty much nothing that I did not like about this film. Everything was brilliant from the beginning to the end. It was a Lego movie, and at one point I was a little worried about it. And well, no, I don't want to get into expectations, but it was great. I thought the effects was great. I thought the action was great. I thought the songs were great. I thought the characters were great. I thought the story was great. It was simply fantastic, and that's my general impressions of the film. What about you?
Well, it's pretty much the most fun I can remember having at a movie in a long time.
Yes.
Like, I had a blast, and I would go see this again right now.
Yes, I will buy this.
Yes.
I will buy this movie on Blu-ray 3D.
No question about it.
I cannot wait to watch it again. Oh, man. I just can't wait to show it to people. And I know a lot of people are going to sleep on the movie and just, make a lot of assumptions. Because when it was first announced a while ago, I was like, oh, Lego movie? Really? Okay. I mean, I'm sure that'll be, okay for kids. Maybe have a few good jokes. I didn't just slam it immediately. And then they dropped the trailer, and I was like, wow, okay, this may actually be pretty good, with Batman and all these superheroes and all these cameos and Morgan Freeman, one of the main characters. It has so many characters. I mean, you got you got Will Ferrell, Chris Pratt, Morgan Freeman, Will Arnett is Batman, Will Forte, every fictional superhero character you've ever heard of is in this movie too.
Bunch of cameos.
Yeah, and for a second my expectations got a little low because I was like, it's Lego, so am I really gonna be able to see through that? And I was just flipping through Netflix, and I saw they had a Lego movie based off Marvel characters. I was like, oh hell yeah, let me check this out. Plus it'll let me know how the Legos movie is gonna be. And I couldn't get through the first 5 minutes. I don't know if I was tired, but I just could not get through the Lego effects. I was like, wow, if this is what the Lego movie is going to be like, I'm probably not going to like it. But I was completely wrong. I mean, what about your expectations?
They were pretty low. I mean, they have like a bunch of those Lego games that come out, and I'm the guy that never takes those serious. I know they get good reviews, and I'm like, it's Lego. It's for kids. Like, it doesn't look good, on my TV screen. So I'm not even going to deal with that. And
as simple as the story was, it was still so deep, and it will hit everyone's heart and make them feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. I mean, from all areas of the globe. I mean, it covers everything. So many pop culture references. I mean, it's just basically about believing in yourself. Don't put other people on a pedestal. If you can believe in yourself and do what you believe you want to do, and just follow your dreams, you can do amazing things. And this film did a great job at doing that. The directors were Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. I haven't followed their work before. I'm sure they've done other great things. I mean, they're already in talks to do sequels. I know 2 other films. It just slipped my mind that they did, but they did a hell of a job.
They did.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just want to know, like, what were some of your favorite parts? I mean, since we kind
of like what you were saying. Like, it's all about embracing what is special about you. Like, it was the whole beginning of the movie, just him going through life. With
who is him? Tell about Emmett, Chris Pratt?
Emmett.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, Emmett. I mean, him going through the motions and following these instructions,
Yeah.
And he's so happy about life, but really like he doesn't have any friends. I mean,
Yeah. He really doesn't have a life.
One, he just like doesn't. No one remembers his face. Just.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like this movie, it's so deep. It spoke to so many things in life. I mean, the guy was called the bad guy was Lord Business.
Yeah,
he had the micromanager.
Oh yeah, that was that was brilliant.
So
because the micromanagers were the most ugliest design robots out there, just running amok, messing things up, just like the job. And they were annoying voice, just like I can't stand it when someone is like, "Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you doing that? Please back up and let me do my job." I mean, everyone can relate to that in corporate America. And Lord Business, this giant conglomerate that wants to rule everything. Of course, voiced by Will Ferrell. Everything he's done is fantastic. I mean, I just like how they showed his business in this barren desert with a storm, lightning cloud, and he was up on top of was it the floor in Infinite?
Yeah.
And then you go up on this top floor, and it's just like everything is perfectly symmetrical of all these robot drones, in straight, symmetrical lines, just, clocking in, clocking out every day. It just reminded me of, a job that I hated. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm working for the man, and that's just, and they made it funny. I mean, there were jokes in there for kids. There were jokes in there for adults. I think it was more for adults than kids in a way.
I was about to say it was very Shrekish. It wasn't as funny as Shrek, but the first Shrek.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, the story overall it was so deep. No, you thought Shrek was funnier? I mean, you thought this was funnier than Shrek on an adult level?
Well, on an adult level, I enjoyed the movie more overall.
I did too. I agree with that.
But there were some, there were more, mature jokes in Shrek than in this film, Lego Movie.
I feel like the titles and some of the situations. I mean, kids probably won't get it. They probably won't care.
Right.
But it spoke to an adult on a whole different level. And I feel like this is one of those movies. It's gonna be like papers. People's PhDs papers is gonna be written on this movie. Like, there's so many different layers to it, and it speaks to so many levels of society and business.
Right. It really is.
And the work environments and.
Yeah, and I just want to go
politics.
Right, and you can touch on that if you want. But even going back to Emmett, I mean, he's just a bland. I mean, he's the most exciting bland character that's out there. I mean, I don't know why he's just so excited about being normal and just going by the book and following instructions. I mean, that's what he does every day. Okay, what's the first thing I have to do? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, all the way up to 25. I mean, there's just nothing interesting, that happens in his life, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some shit goes down, and I mean, it was, of course, The Matrix. There were so many references to that. The One and the Special, or any other movie that's come out in the last 100 years, like You're the Chosen One, and they just gave him a choice. I mean, they didn't just lay it out for you, but I took it. Okay, you can either do these amazing feats and create amazing things, or, continue to be a bland character and no one remembers you. And, we see which way he went, and, he ended up saving the world.
But I mean, you got to think also he was happy with that too. And that's like how most people are in our society anyway. You go to the same, restaurants, you think the same thing, you vote for the same people, it's just going through the motions, and that makes you happy because you're going
exactly
what society tells you to do.
Right.
And I feel like, man, like this is,
and they did that too.
This was a kid's movie. Of course, it's, adults are watching it too, but it's like, are they gonna?
A lot of subliminal messages too. Like in the beginning, where Will Ferrell was like, do what you want, or I'll put you to sleep. They try to, sneak it in there. I mean, you can just see today on TV how they try to, always, throw those little subliminal messages in there. And some people are smart enough to catch them. Some people aren't, And it was just all. It was just all over the place. I mean, it was great cameos. We got to see Michelangelo, one of the Ninja Turtles. Got to see Robin Hood, Wonder Woman, Superman, the '80s space guy. He was hilarious too.
That was Charles Day, I think.
Yeah. That was
my favorite character.
Really?
Yes.
Well, especially when he built the spaceship, he was like, spaceship. It's just funny. I mean, there was nothing. To me, there was not a dull moment at all. I mean, I enjoyed everything. I'm trying to think of other things I liked. I mean, I just liked the whole thing. I would end up talking for an hour and a half.
Because
we're not. But I mean, goodness, it was just a fun film. I
It was
mean,
very
there
fun.
there was nothing, you know, that I didn't like.
It was a dang near perfect script. I mean, like you were saying, like the Matrix. It was like, you know, they had the hero, he had the old guy who was, you know, who kind of helped them to find that he had his love interest, but
Yeah.
it was the love part wasn't too over the top. You know, that can be annoying to some people. It was just right. You know,
Something else that I did like was I forgot. I should have wrote it down. Was Morgan Freeman's character? I forgot his name. I was finna say Megatron. That's not it. It was not even close. But they had, you know, he was the old wise guy with the robe and the staff and the white beard. And then they shot to Gandalf, you know, the same character, and then Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series. You know, it's just funny because, you know, a lot of these movies in today, they kind, you know, they repeat the same thing. They have kind of a lot of same characters, but kind of just change the story a little bit. Prime example. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between Marvel and DC characters. You know, like Hawk Girl and Thor or whatever, but I'm not going to get into that. So, but the way they just tied those three characters in right there, I mean, I just thought it was brilliant. What they did with the Legos, it was just brilliant too. I mean, initially she was like, okay, I'm going to build a motorcycle, you know, out of the city and out of the alley, and you know, she did that, and they were able to transform. I mean, that's what Legos are about. You build cool stuff, you break it down, and you build more stuff, and they used a great way, you know, to throw that into the story and even the ending. When we find out who the man upstairs is, it's Will Ferrell. I thought that was brilliant, how they brought it into the real world. I mean, all that was created by a little boy. He was just down there playing around, and that whole thing was his imagination.
I was gonna say, one of the main things I liked about it was it didn't take itself too seriously.
Right. Oh, not at all.
Like it was just right.
It knew exactly what it was trying to be, and they did it.
That was a great reveal. You know,
Yeah.
oh, like where's this gonna go from here?
Yeah,
Like,
you know, he was falling down in a little pit thing. Even when they put him back, when he had the special little tube, he threw him back into the world, and I was just drawing in. I was loving it. I was just like, I was sitting there really like, wow, you know, it's like, seriously, I don't know where you were because we didn't sit together. It was that crowded, but you know, it was. I mean, Will Ferrell, he just found out that he was just being a bad father or a bad businessman in the Lego world. And I like the special weapon was, you know, the glue to, you know, seal everything to make it perfect. And then I just didn't know what that little red thing on the back of his back was, you know, that he got from the crackle. And then there was the lid on the glue. I mean, I just thought that was freaking brilliant. You know, like they just put a cap on sealing everything and just letting people live and be what they are, letting Legos be what they are. You build great things, you break it down, you know, you just build things. And that's what they said. It's like, you know, everything is about the people, and, you know, everyone is inspired by each other and, you know, the environment, and we, you know, just do these great things. And I don't know, it was just perfect. It was perfection. I mean, it was like one or two people that didn't like it on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, they're fine for not liking it. You know, I should read one of their reviews to see what their reasons were, you know, because a good critic or reviewer or whatever is not great by if you agree with him. You know, what makes him or her great is they give a good reason of why they feel the way they feel. And so I can't wait to read that because he was from the New York Post. I don't remember his name, but I thought the movie was fantastic. I mean, there's just really nothing I can say. I mean, everything was just great. I mean, Liam Neeson as the the whole good cop bad cop thing.
Oh, that was real.
He was
nice.
like, now wait a minute,
in the very beginning.
Wait a minute. I know there has to be a good. You're the bad cop. Where's the good cop? You know, I mean, that's every time on TV. I mean, you should know that.
Like I said, it never took itself too serious.
Yeah,
and so many pop culture references, and they played on them. You know,
it just making fun of themselves, and you know, and the good cop turns around and he's like, hello, you know, and he gets tortured and his face gets written away and, you know, erased. I mean, it was just great filmmaking. So great job, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Wow, I cannot wait for part 2. They even set it up for part 2. I can't wait to see all the jokes in the Blu-ray and alternate cuts because they had a whole. I think the movie was like an hour and a half, hour 45, something like that.
Is that short?
Yeah, they have I read like a week ago, a few days ago, that they have a whole alternate version of the movie and with different jokes.
Wow.
And I can't wait to see that. Kind of how they did with the first Anchorman movie, how all the deleted scenes make up a whole nother movie. And also Anchorman 2, there's 300 jokes that they left out of Anchorman 2 that's going to be on release. And so, I mean, oh my God. I mean, you can just tell all the voice actors in the booth just ad-libbing and how about this, how about that. I mean, it was just fantastic. So, I mean, I can't say anything else about it than how great it was. I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, Chris, that was great casting. Chris Pratt
Right.
really played that part. Will Ferrell, of course, is gonna be Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And of course, Morgan Freeman. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Why
his
wouldn't
voice,
he be the old wise guy?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's perfect. I mean,
perfect.
ever since I was a little boy, people have loved the sound of my voice. That's a Family Guy joke. But I mean, it was great. So Malcolm, I pretty much know what you're gonna say. I mean, what will you
I'm
get
trying
us
to.
one?
You know, I had something that I didn't like, and it's to the point where I'm so excited now I forgot about it. So it could be a good
Well,
thing.
I'm gonna say I give the Lego Movie a 10 out of a 10. I thought it was a cinematic masterpiece. What do you get? That's the first movie this year. You know, we got it in January. We're in February now. First week, February 7th, this came out. I'll give it a 10 out of a 10. Let's see how many 10s we gonna get in 2014.
Well, okay, so it was great casting. It was beautifully shot. It looked amazing.
Yes.
The movie looked amazing.
When they had the camera, it didn't break either, and it just showed. Yeah,
you know something? I didn't take the movie too seriously at first. Before I saw it, you know, I saw the poster and it had it just a big Lego, and I was like, man, like it looks so nice. Like the poster looks so nice. And I was like, maybe this is gonna be a looker, and it was. I mean, the voice acting was, you know, the jokes were great. I mean, the timing, anybody, no matter what age, could watch this and have a great time.
Yeah, anybody.
Like matter. I mean, even like with
I hope this is so. I want this to make $1 billion. I do.
Yeah, I mean,
worldwide.
It's easy a 10 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah.
like I just
yeah.
It's not much I didn't like about it. It's not much I didn't like about it. Everything came full circle.
I liked everything about it. I can't wait to go see it.
Like I said, the most fun I can remember having at the theater.
In a while. So it was. I mean, I don't think there'll be any other animated movie coming out this year that will top this. This is easily should win the Oscar for best animated film. Animated film, not best film, but best animated film. But I would love to see who can top it. I can't think of any other films animated coming out.
I think this is this new generation's Shrek. That's how good it is. And they're gonna make a lot of them, a lot of you know, little shorts and little, you know, sequels. I mean,
yeah,
it has
really
a long shelf life.
Oh, it does. So, guys, I mean, there's nothing else we can say. We love the film. So that's how we felt about it. That's our opinion, but we would love to hear yours as well. So go ahead and comment in that comment section below. Let us know how you feel. Whether you agree or disagree with us, it doesn't matter. We just want to know how you feel because all films are subjective. You may hate it, we may love it, we may love it, you may hate it. It's all good over here. So click that subscribe button. If you want to find me online, you can right now at Brandon Keith Avery is my personal page. Facebook page for the site is facebook.com/justmyopinion. You can also find me on Twitter or Instagram at justmyopinion84 or the website that just launched at justmyopinion.net. And Malcolm, where can people find you online?
You can also look for me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter a lot, Malcolm #2 or Instagram MTOOG. Those are my main ways to get see what I'm doing.
Well, there you go, guys. You've heard our opinion. We would love to hear yours. So comment in that section below. Give us that thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. Become one of our subscribers so you can see all the other content we have in the past, now, and what's to come. Check us out at the website, www.justmyopinion.net. Like, again, there you go, guys. Share it with the world. Thanks for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is B. Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.